for 4 years I've been living in a 1-bedroom, no bath, but I just got an addition and now I have a 2-bedroom, no bath. I'm going to show you how I transformed my cargo trailer from this to this. This went from your basic work trailer to Nomad ready for around $2,500, and all the work was done in the desert. I got a great deal on this 2024 Interstate cargo trailer. Interstate is supposed to be top of the line. The trailer is 6 feet by 10 feet. I wanted a 6 by 12, but now I'm glad that I didn't go with that. I saved $6,000 working as a server at the Grand Canyon this summer, so that was my budget, which would have to include the trailer and the conversion. I was camping with my friends Shelley and David at Level Canyon, 30 miles west of Las Vegas. I saw this trailer listed for $4,600 on Facebook Marketplace. I asked David to go check it out with me. The seller had to sell it because his HOA would not allow it. It had a roof rack already installed, great for solar. I offered $3,500 and he took it. Yay! Now I had $2,500 left to make it into my mobile tiny home. We'd have to work on this in the desert. Not easy. David and Shelley had built out their Interstate cargo trailer. It's a 7 by 16 and they've traveled the country in it for the last 4 years and love it. So David was the brains and the brawn behind the build, and Shelley and I were his sidekicks. After we took out all the previous owner's tool brackets, the first step was to take all the walls down and put up 1-inch insulation. And all the walls are coming out. My job was to prime the side of the wall that butts up to the insulation. That is done so the wall doesn't warp. Painting on the desert floor with the wind and the dirt and the dust is not ideal, but what are you gonna do? So look at, so that's what happens. I try and, I sweep before I do it, but sometimes it doesn't work. But you can even do stuff in the desert, but you know, it's not gonna be perfect. But this side is the side that we're not gonna see. So it's just about keeping them from warping. And then the other, once they're up, then I paint the inside, and that'll be a lot nicer. There's my beautiful floor. This is day 2, right?
Yep. Time to make a ceiling.
David's killing us.
I know.
They're gonna be fine. We're all, listen, we're either all getting out of this alive or nobody is.
The insulation is up, and that is so great. But before the walls go back in, David had to build the ceiling with Luan boards that are used when working with curved roofs. And he did all the electrical for the solar, lights, and USB outlets, and a max air fan, which I've not installed yet because I've run out of money, but the wiring is in for when I need it. Then David installed the vinyl flooring before we put the walls back up, so we could use the walls to secure it. The vinyl flooring was only $53 at Home Depot. Then it was time to put the walls back up. Oh my God, 2 days. That floor is gorgeous. It's dirty and you can't even hardly tell. I haven't even swept it after everything. And David did 95% of the work. The first 2 days of this build were the hardest and the hottest days. We were so happy to have achieved so much in 2 days. And when I say we, I mean David. Now we were ready to prime and paint. What a difference paint makes. I bought the lightest color gray they had at Home Depot for the walls, and the rest was painted white. I primed and painted the 2x4s and particle boards for the furniture. I used the fire pit rocks as my painting table. It actually worked well. Then David made a counter, a bench, and a bed. It was starting to look like home. Now we had to get the solar panel on top of the roof. I got a great deal on this 390 watt panel on Facebook Marketplace in Las Vegas. This guy had pallets of them at his house. Solar panels usually sell for $1 a watt, which would be $390. I only paid $65 for this panel, and it works great. Getting it on top of the trailer was an issue with only one ladder. We finally had David pull the back of his pickup truck to one side of the trailer. I had a ladder on the other side. The plan was to have David slowly drop the panel onto the 2x4s he'd installed, and I would guide it from the other end. I used the box from my foam mattress in it to cushion the fall because I didn't know how well this would work with me trying to hang on to the rack so I wouldn't fall off.
Now, here we go.
Okay. Okay, let's try this.
Tell me when you got it.
Okay.
You got it.
I got it. All right, go. Okay,
All
now,
right,
take
now we're
this
both
off.
going to lift it, and we're going to come towards me to get it on the board, okay?
Okay. All right, here we go. But it worked like a charm.
Get the box out of there.
Come inside and check it out. So now this is my home, and I really love it. I just moved in a couple days ago. I'll show you around, then I'll show you what went into my $2,500 budget. See how I'm standing to the side while opening my ramp door? That's because on day 3 of this build, it dropped on my toe. It's deceiving because it starts coming down slowly, then it drops quickly. Ouch! My friend Shelley had this great idea to use extra flooring as a pathway so people aren't walking on my walls. So what was really important to me is to have lights on a dimmer. And they couldn't be those really strong, harsh LED lights. So I got the lowest kind you could get that were soft, and they're on a dimmer. So they start out really little and they can go really, really bright. So I really wanted a lot of walking space because I have not had that. So in my van, I have a 30-inch bed, and I was like, do I really need 30 inches? No, I want 29 inches. And I got this, what I have here is this 3.9-inch foam mattress from Amazon, and it was a really good deal. But instead of getting the twin one, I got the full one so I could use the extra on my bench. Shelley gave me this TV tray, which is really great because I can just put it out here and put it away. When I need it, it's here. I mean, I'd like to eventually get something nicer, but for now, it works great. A lot of times if I'm eating, I'll do it right here because I've got my my silverware in there and everything, and this is a great place to eat. Here's a rough breakdown of my $2,500 budget. I spent almost $1,000 at Home Depot on insulation, wood, plywood and trim, painting and supplies, screws, nuts and bolts, padlocks, toe lock, inside locks, vinyl floor, air stapler and staples, and some things I can't even remember anymore. I spent around $500 on Amazon for stuff like a fuse box, electric wiring, USB ports, overhead lights and dimmer, mattress, storage cubes, and upholstery tacks. The one item that cost the most? My Elite 100 Blue Eddy power station. $500, which includes tax and shipping. Besides the great deal I got on my solar panel from Facebook Marketplace, I also got 2 brand new RV windows from there. They were $165 for the pair on Amazon. I paid $80 for both. The best deals I got were on Facebook Marketplace. Just my paint and painting supplies alone cost around $200 at Home Depot. I bet I could have found that on Marketplace. You could really do this a lot cheaper if you had the time and patience and tried to get almost everything you need on Marketplace. Of course, the most important thing you need to do this successfully is a David and Shelley.
Seriously, they are truly gems, and I am so lucky to have such amazing friends. Thank you.
So I spend a lot of my time doing one of my favorite things, coloring, instead of doing YouTube videos so that maybe eventually I could get monetized. No, I just color. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I have a ton of other videos. I've got a great one of my van. I've got one where I went to Fiberine and looked at a high top, which was even more than I've put into this. Anyways, thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and have a great day.